Hey, what's up, Raider Nation? Got a little bit different point of view today. I found another place to set my camera, or phone, actually, because I just use a phone is all I use. Let's talk about today's game. We've got Aiden O'Connell, rookie quarterback, coming in against the number one defense in the league, and that's going to be the New York Jets. Actually, they're coming into us. We got a second game for our interim coach, Antonio Pierce. Man, dude, fucking loving that guy, and I hope you guys are with me, man, because I'm fucking loving Antonio Pierce. Or as they used to say, knock on wood if you're with me. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. So, what do I see happening today? Going to go ahead and bring out my prediction right now. I'm calling 17-10 Vegas. And that's mainly because of that defense that we've got to face this evening. And I'm really hoping that our defense continues on this path. Patrick Graham's defense, let's face it, guys, over the last several weeks has looked better and better and better. Now, we did see them get winded and tanked because our shit offense, when it was under Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garbageopoulos, that our offense was just suffering so bad that it wore our defense out. But what it did is it got our defense in great fucking shape. Now that we've got a better offense, and we're going to see, I mean, the last week was the first time we got to see Aiden O'Connell and Antonio Pierce together with Bo Hardegreve calling the plays. Now, I do like Bo Hardegreve better as an offensive coordinator, and I'll tell you why. It seems to be, and reports around the, coming from the team, basically what he does is he goes to the team and he's like, hey guys, what plays are you most comfortable with? What are you thinking that's working? And let's go ahead and use this, because he acknowledges and he understands he's stepping into a role halfway through the season that he's not prepared for. When you're not fucking prepared for something like that, you lean on your team, okay? You lean on your team and you're like, hey, okay, I'm not the best at this job yet, so everybody work with me, let's work through this together as a team. And we really saw how that all played out last week with him going in and just annihilating the Giants. They did fucking great. Now, I will say this, it's the New York Giants. Whoop-de-fuck, they're shit. Everybody knows that. But at least we got to go into that game with a win. Now what we've got to do is we got to carry this on. Interim head coaches are 2-8 thus far on their second week. Now we know last week we had the honeymoon, we had the whole dancing on Josh McDaniels' grave, which I think nationwide, like Raider nationwide, we are all still dancing on Josh McDaniels' grave, and we're going to continue to do that until the sun swallows the earth. I don't think that guy's ever got a home in Raider Nation ever again, or even in the NFL period. And just some of the other bullshit that's come out about that guy. Still a little disappointed that Mark Davis thought that would be a good idea to hire him in the first place. But we're past that, we're beyond that. He has cleaned shop of virtually all the Patriots staff. We still got a couple players on there that may or may not be with us. I think Jacoby Myers, he's safe. He's good. Mitchell Renz did a thing on his podcast, and you should check him out if you haven't, because he's actually a wealth of knowledge too. But sorry, everybody had to cough really bad, and I finally figured out how to edit these videos, so I coughed and I edited that out. Sorry, that one was not near as bad. Anyway, so Mitchell Renz did a great video on his site about players that are now in the hot seat, and I think he found 8 Patriots players that are on the hot seat, 4 on the defense and 4 on the offense. And I really think if you're a Patriots player, a former Patriots player, and you're not doing anything, and there are some of you guys that are literally just sitting there collecting a check, and you guys are going to be out the door quicker than shit, I guarantee you. And probably, to be honest with you, now that Mark Davis is worth $3.5 billion, he's probably just going to pay the fines, go over the salary cap and just ship you out the door. And you got to think, as a player, being told that it's worth all that money just to never see you again. Like Josh McDaniels, it's worth, all that money just to never see Josh McDaniels again. Abso-fucking-lutely. Anyway, so we're gonna have some changes coming up, definitely during the off season. I'm pretty sure that if you came from the Patriots and you just haven't fucking been a stellar player, I'm pretty sure you're out the door. So that's something to, kind of keep in mind. But as far as today, as far as the Jets game, I'm excited. I'm real fucking excited because this is going to give us an opportunity to show the league. It's like, hey, we didn't just have a honeymoon against the Giants. We're actually a real team. And I know the Jets offensively are dog shit, but defensively they're fucking good. And if we can put up some massive points on them, like I said, I've got 17-10 is what I'm calling for. If we can put up anything other than, any more than 17 points on the Jets, then we know right there we got something fucking working. I'm really looking for a big game from Davante Adams today. I'm also looking for a big game on the other side from Allen Lazard. So we're going to have to fucking keep, him in check. We're going to have to create opportunities for Davante to get open, get those those deep passes and such. I'm also expecting another just fucking phenomenal game from Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to build on what he started doing last week. Whatever Josh McDaniels was doing was not fucking working on anything, but especially when it comes to Josh Jacobs. I mean, you got Josh Jacobs in there, who last year was the number 1 rushing back in the NFL. And then all of a sudden this year he looks like a high school kid. And, it's just this, it was that fucking scheme, that garbage ass McDaniels scheme. Now, we are past that. We got a little bit of damage. Here's the good news, guys. We can still make it to the Super Bowl. All right? We are not out of contention. I know that's a tall fucking order because our schedule gets fucking heavy. We got the Jets, we got the Dolphins, we got the Chiefs. That's before the bye. We got to come back and play the Chiefs. We still got to play the Chargers and Denver again. Denver's a toss-up, man. You never know what's going to happen with Denver, with Sean Payton, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that dude. But, goddamn, what is that quarterback? Russell Wilson. I was almost going to call him Jamarcus Russell, because there are things about Jamarcus Russell that, Russell Wilson that remind me of Jamarcus Russell. That being said, you never know what's going on, but my point is the game, the possibility of a Super Bowl still exists. It's a very slim one. Okay, that first of the season really fucked us. Plus, how good some of the other teams are doing in the AFC. We got the Jags that still doing great. We got Kansas City doing great. We got Miami doing great. There's just 3 of them. So it's not a gimme. We would almost have to win out for a wild card, but it's possible. And if y'all remember, that's in our house this year, so it would be really fucking nice to play the Super Bowl in our house. Now, let's address another thing real quick while I got you here. A buddy of mine, we were talking the other night, smoking a little, drinking a little, and he had mentioned, Tom Brady's ownership stake did not get approved. And then another buddy of mine says, you know what that means? He's still a free agent. Tom Brady is still a free agent, guys. So I do want to acknowledge the fact that has been brought up that in theory Tom Brady can still come and be the quarterback for the Raiders for the remainder of the season. I don't see it happening for a multitude of different reasons, and to be quite honest with you, I don't want it to happen. If it does happen, it has to result in a Super Bowl victory. No missing your chance. Like if Tom Brady is going to come and pick up the reins and be our quarterback for the rest of the year, it has to atone for all of your sins, Mr. Brady. It must end in a Super Bowl victory in which you retire a Raider with that victory. Anything less than that, and I am not fucking interested. I would rather see what we can do with Aiden O'Connell. I'd rather look to see, what our draft prospects are. We don't know if Aiden's the long-term answer. Realistically, we need to see him for a season. We need to see what he's going to do. But he needs a good scheme. The scheme that he was put into, that Derek Carr was put into last year, they're garbage fucking schemes, okay? Now, you guys know me, I've not been a Derek Carr fan for a long time. I was a Derek Carr guy when he first came out and Dennis Allen finally put him in. I was all about it. However, I have soured on Derek Carr just because of his performance. That's all. There are some games where he is like the guy, and dude looks like fucking Tom Brady. He's like, oh my god, he's gonna be the next guy. And then the following week, he'll just shit the bed again. And as we can see in New Orleans, he does the same. That's just Derek Carr. Okay. So we'll never know what. Well, I guess we do know what Derek Carr brings to the table without Josh McDaniels. We know what Josh McDaniels brings to the table without Derek Carr. We know what, there's a whole lot of questions that have actually been answered this offseason. But anyway, I'm rambling. I've got a thing to get to before the game, and I hope to see you guys after the game. I hope to be bringing you guys good news, because you know what, guys? I haven't had to bring you bad news for so long, and it feels so fucking good, especially since right now I've got other things that are consuming me in my professional life that don't allow me to be here as much as I'd like to be for you guys. But when I do have a chance to address you, at least it's not like, oh my god, again. So I'm sorry about everybody who misses my drunk, angry rants. We'll have another one. It's inevitable. But today we don't have a drunk, angry rant. Hopefully this evening we don't have a drunk, angry rant. And go Raiders. Fuck the Jets.